welcome you guys here to the Upper Gun platform today. My name is Jake, and joining me back here is Jared. And then over there is our lovely Victorian lady, Hillary. Everybody say hi, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary.
Hello.
Now we are going to show you guys how to clean, load, and prime this 1841 6-pound cannon. Now does anybody know why it's called a 6-pounder? That is correct. It is a 6-pound ball. This right here is a 6-pound ball. Now if this is a 12-pound cannon, how much would this ball weigh? No, it would still weigh 6 pounds. Now, with 20 ounces of powder, this cannon right here could fire this 6-pound ball about a mile in range. A mile in range is about to the edge of Round Island, which you can't really see out there right now. But, if you could see it, there are a lot of trees out there, and the best I can tell you folks is I would hit one of those trees. A more accurate range with this 1841 6-pound cannon is about a half mile. Into the break wall right where those ferry boats turn. In the 1880s, accuracy was not very high, only about 50% of the time, so every 5 out of 10 shots I could hit a 100-foot target out there. Now also, we'll not be firing a cannonball for you guys today. Everybody say, aww. I know, I'm very disappointed also. A couple reasons why. One, we are in a Michigan State Park, and Jennifer Graham-Holt would not think too highly of me and Jared up here. We are firing cannonballs out at the ferries. And another very important reason, we only have one cannonball. It doesn't even fit, folks. They gave us a cannonball that was too large to fit in this cannon. They don't trust us up here. And probably the most important reason, this cannon is an 1841 cannon. It was about 40 years old in the 1880s. They wouldn't have been firing cannonballs out of it. They would have been using it for the same reasons we are using it here today. For salute charge purposes. Any type of celebration, the 4th of July, Memorial Day, when the governor comes to visit, in the morning for reveille, in the evening when they lower the flags. Also, anytime a Civil War general died off in the 1880s, they would fire this cannon. Now, on the field of battle, this field piece could fire about every 15 seconds with 8 men running it. Today, it's just me and Jared. We are 2 state employees. Please do not time us. With that, we will need 1 volunteer to help us, though.
Oh, and raise your hand.
All right, I saw your hand in the red right there. Come on in. Step right under. What is your name? Chris. I'm Jake. Where are you from, Chris? Well, I'm from Michigan, too. We're at Michigan. Chesterfield. All right. Now, have you ever worked on a cannon crew before?
No.
All right. I got a very important question for you. What hand do you write with? All right. Well, we're going to give you a left-handed glove just to make sure we send you home with that right hand today. All right, now you're going to step right over here for me, right on this side of the cannon, and you see this little hole back here? This is the touch hole. I want you to cover that with your left thumb for me. Just like that. You can rest it. There you go. Now, for me and Jared's safety, we're going to take a few steps back over here. Just kidding, Chris. You are very safe in the back of the cannon right there. Now, what he is doing for us is he is thumb sawing this cannon, making sure no air gets in or out of this cannon for the cleaning process, making it much more effective. Now, Jared, what is this first interesting-looking tool you have for us today?
Well, Jake, the first tool is called a gunner's worm, or auger. As you can see, it's a giant double corkscrew. I'm going to take this auger and run it down the muzzle like so, and give that a few turns, and it's going to hopefully grab on to any solid debris that might be nestled in the back of this cannon.
Very important because it does 2 things. It makes sure our cannon does not clog for this firing, and also, any leftover sparks on that previous firing could make a very bad day if we load our gunpowder on top of those sparks. Very bad day for Jared. Now, Jared, what is the second tool you're using for us today?
Well, Jake, this is called the wet swab. Big, wet, dirty sponge I just dipped in water, and it's definitely the most important step in the cleaning process. I run it down the muzzle of the gun here, and it's going to extinguish any sparks that might be in there from previous firing.
Very important once again, because if he loads that black powder on those sparks, very bad day for Jared at the front end of this cannon, causing a premature explosion. How you doing back here? All right, you still got your thumbs? That's good. You can hand me that glove now. That's all we need you for. Give everybody a thumbs up. Give them a round of applause, folks. Now I'm going to continue this thumb sawing process while we load our charge. Our charge today is 3 ounces of black powder, wrapped in that historically accurate Reynolds Wrap aluminum foil. Now in the 1880s, they would have been using cloth, but for safety purposes down in Marquette Park today, we do use aluminum foil. Now, Jared, why is this tool crooked and not straight like the rest of them?
Well, it's crooked so I can stand next to the gun as I pat that charge down. In the 1880s, they would have been using straight ramrods, but they're not particularly safe, and they're also not OSHA approved.
We like Jared. We're going to keep him with the crooked ramrod, not putting him out to the harbor today. Now, we are going to roll this cannon into firing position. Jared is going to step around to the rear of the cannon, where the first tool he is going to grab is a gunner spike or gimlet. He's going to run that down the touch hole, pricking open our black powder charge for our ignition device. Our ignition device today and every day is a friction primer, invented in the 1880s, or in the 1830s, sorry. It was used in the 1880s. It's a little brass tube. On the top of this brass tube is a chemical called fulminate of mercury. When you pull this pin, it ignites that chemical, sending a jet flame through the black powder that's in this tube into our black powder in the cannon. Now these are like little rockets. They have found original friction primers from the 1880s by the post-commentary area behind you. Maybe you guys can catch a souvenir today. Just kidding. We have put it in this caging device to protect our visitors, making sure that this friction primer stays right where it is. Now, with that, there are 2 commands to fire this cannon. We would like to remind everybody to plug their ears using nature's earplugs. This will be quite loud. Insert just like so. With that, there are 2 commands to fire this cannon. They are ready. Fire! That is your cannon. I want to welcome you guys here. Thank you for joining us on that platform. There will be 2 short guided tours to begin at the corner of the parade ground. A children's tour led by our lovely Victorian lady Hillary, and then a soldier's life tour led by our soldier Sean, right at the corner of the parade ground. Thank you.